Green Valhalla! Yes! We are back. Me and Captain Trek are back to talk some awesome Farscape. How is everyone doing out there this morning? Speaker of the Dead, how are you doing, brother? Nina Green, Bionic Belly Button, MacGyver, Lady Miss, the Guardian of the Void is here. Welcome, Lady Miss. Doctor and author, Adega Outlaw, DJ Odyssey, and Gura Angelus, Derek McManus, Dave G Sound, Kronos, brother, how are you doing this morning? Chris Persia, the Wrench of Wrenches is here. Josh and Rebecca, Mommy, Donald Myers, good morning. Samantha Joe, our Valkyrie Samantha is here. Purple Lady, our other Valkyrie is here. Good morning, Valkyries. Benro Fire is in the house this morning. Good morning, brother. Nina Green is here. Jedi Bill 797 and the one and only Mexican Iron Man is in the house. Good morning, Mexican Iron Man. Darth Monkey O'Rab, Jeff B. Good morning, everyone. How is everyone out there doing? Yodam Darkstar is here. Greetings, Yodam. How are you doing, brother? And of course, my other wrench and my co-host on Thursdays, Captain Trek is here. How are you doing, brother?
Doing all right. How are you?
I am doing all right. I got my caffeine in me. I think that at some point in the night, our friend over at Max World Entertainment, Trey, came over and hooked up the caffeine. He just shot me up with caffeine in the middle of the night, and I'm like, bam, how are y'all doing this morning? I am hyped, I am pumped up, and I am ready to talk some Farscape.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, guys, in case you haven't been following with us each and every week, we are going to be covering Jeremiah Crichton, Durga Returns, and a human reaction this morning. That is episode 14, 15, and 16. We are close. We are close to the end of the first season. And as we get closer, we get to hit some of my favorite episodes of all time. And one of them is tonight, or not tonight. I'm still stuck in Thursday mode. I'm still stuck in night mode, which is Durga Returns and a Human Reaction. These are two of my favorite episodes. One of them because we get to meet a new member of the crew, and the other one because Crichton appears to get to go home. So let's start with Jeremiah Crichton. Honestly, one of the weakest episodes of the series. And it's funny that before we get to two of my favorite episodes of the series, we get one of the worst episodes they possibly had. Crichton gets pissed at the crew, goes off on his own in Farscape 1, and oh shit, Laurie Roberts, the Destructor, is here with us this morning. Good morning, Laurie. Not Ryan Johnson is here as well. Good morning, brother. How are you guys doing this morning? I tell you what, we are hyped and we are going for it this morning. So back to Jeremiah Crichton. The synopsis is seemingly abandoned after crash landing on a planet, Crichton starts a peaceful life alongside inhabitants once ruled by the Hynerians. He unintentionally becomes involved in a power struggle, which puts his life in danger. And what else is there to say about this episode? It's slow. It's slogging. It's walking with aliens.
Actually, I was warned that this was a weak episode, so I went into that having low expectations. And quite honestly, I was a little surprised. This was the first episode where Crichton was really considered part of the crew, because they stopped after the starburst, which, boy, I had to do. They stopped, they went back, and they were searching for him. which would not have happened before.
No, it would not have happened before. And that is very good that you keyed in on that. This is a turning point. And that's to me, it's like the only worth of this episode is you get to see that it is indeed a turning point in the series, because they care. They give a shit, and they go back and find it. And you're gonna see more of this from now on. Whereas before they'd be like
for months.
Yeah,
so it wasn't like a 2-week trip.
No, they were searching for months, because the way Starburst works is you can't go back to the same place. You can't just do a 180-degree turn and go back to where you were before. It's like when they talk about a blind FTL jump in Battlestar Galactica. You could end up anywhere. You could end up in a sun. You could end up in a nebula. You could end up in an asteroid field. You can end up anywhere. A blind jump with no coordinates. Moya cannot just do a 180-degree turn and go back. Once she starbursts, she's wherever she is after that.
Yeah.
It's more like a feel for Moya. When Moya starbursts, she is in the middle of it. She's in subspace, and she's got to like feel her way through it. So if she's coming up on a gravitational force, she will know it and be able to avoid it. But when she gets where she's going, there's no way to follow that and backtrack.
Right.
She's got to search. She's got to go by feel, not by gravitate, not by coordinates. She's just kind of feel her way back to where she was before, which you will come to understand more.
But I mean, I thought that was the turning point, because that just happened. And it's like, damn. When Dargo, I can't.
Dargo. You get it. You will. No. Don't worry, brother. Don't worry. You're going in this fresh, brother. I absolutely love that. Dargo.
When Dargo said it, it was like, holy shit. He's serious.
He cares about the human. He does. Dude, there is a moment coming that you're absolutely going to love, that you will laugh your ass off to, because they're getting closer, and that's like they're going to be close. They're all going to be close. It's not going to be just a crew of, well, I need to do this and I need to go here. It's going to be a family. It's going to be a family that hopefully you love as much as I do. So they go down to this planet, and there's heathen human beings on this planet, and they're having like a power struggle, and Crichton's caught in the middle of it. The daughter of the leader of this group of humans is falling in love with Crichton and wants Crichton. And there is a native that is very upset about this. And he even makes a comment that she never gave him anything when she's giving Crichton things. She's giving Crichton this drawing that she's got, and she's basically giving Crichton her heart. And Crichton, of course, is like, no, I'm just a visitor on your world. And she's like, rrr. So.
But my question was it really him being upset, or his mother's influence over him causing him to be more upset?
Yeah, it's his mother's influence over him. It is, and I'm glad you pointed that out. It is me love you long time too, Darth Monkey O'Wrath. Loki love you long time too. Oh, look at that. Bionic belly button popping out with the facts. Rokon wanted Lashala all to himself. That's right. That is exactly right. And it's one of those episodes that you can just throw away. It is. If you go back and watch it over and over and over again, it's one of those episodes where you're like, I've seen it. On to the next one. And of course, they eventually, the crew eventually, after months of searching, like Captain Trek says, finds Crichton, and they get down on the planet, and they find out that their tech isn't working anymore. I wonder why. This is why Crichton has not left the planet. And of course, even if he could leave the planet, he's got nowhere to go. He's got absolutely nowhere to go. So they get down there and they get involved in the power struggle. And Rokon and his mother start saying, "Oh, they're demons and they're evil, and Crichton's evil, and they brought destruction upon their people." And then they meet Rigel. What happens when they meet Rigel?
Oh, they start to chant and bow down.
Oh, yeah. They worship Rigel as a god. This is their missing god. And they figure out that the Hynerians are the ones that sent them there in the first place. That these people were under Hynerian rule. And they have a statue. They have a statue to worship Rigel.
And you find out that the Hynerians are real a-holes.
Oh, yeah. You just figuring that out now?
Well, this is absolute proof. It's like, you did what?
Yeah. Yeah, the Hynerians pretty much abandoned them. Sent them there and abandoned them and left them there. And the Hynerians just don't care. It's all sex, drugs, money, and rock and roll to the Hynerians. So anyway, they figure out that the reason why none of their tech works and everything is being drained is because there is a device in the head of the Hynerian statue there. They are able to turn that off, save Crichton, save Dargo. There's no combat to the death. Everybody's cool at the end. Crichton's able to leave, go back to Moya, and they continue on their quest. The next episode, which is one of my all-time favorites, because we finally get to meet the hyper and vivacious Chiana, is Durka Returns. And the synopsis to this is: a collision with a Nabari ship brings a Nabari criminal named Chiana to Moya, along with a mentally cleansed Captain Durka, much to the surprise of Rigel. Also to the surprise of Aaron. This was the captain of the ship they met earlier this season in PK Tech Girl, which is also one of my favorite episodes of all time. And we finally get to meet Chiana. Yeah. And of course, she's got that, battle cry. That insane battle cry. The girl that everybody loves, Chiana. When Crichton talks about losing his virginity in the back of a 4x4, we'll get to find out more about that later. And then Anonymous just tipped $4.99. Thank you so much, Anonymous, guys. Thank you. You guys are keeping the lights on here, guys. Thank you so very much, Anonymous. And Captain Trek, are you going to do it with me?
Oh, yes.
Skull!
There it is! It's you! Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
And Anonymous says, heck of a way to start Thursday. Great job, guys. Keep it up. Thank you so very much, Anonymous. Thank you. Whoever you are, he, she, they, thank you very much.
Definitely.
So Durka, Moya almost crashes into this ship. The ship comes on board because it's damaged. Durka, obviously, is Rigel's arch nemesis. I love that. Nemesis.
Yes.
And Rigel spits in his face. Nobody believes him. That's Durka, the captain of the Zalbinian. Rigel, you died. It can be you. Boom, right in his face. And everybody's like, holy shit, Sparky, what the hell are you doing? And yes, he is Durka. The Nabari mind fucked him. So you find out that the greatest peacekeeper warship, the unsinkable, the Titanic of peacekeeper warships, was taken down by like a Nabari pleasure cruiser. It's like they were like, what warship did you have that could have taken out the Zalbinian? And he's like, warship? We don't have any warships. We have this was just a regular scouting vessel. And they're like, oh shit. Seriously? So obviously the Nabari have some badass shit. Now they obviously meet the Nabari that is being held captive, and that is Chiana. And they are told this is a very dangerous wanted criminal. Do you remember when she said, did they even tell you what my crime was? You remember that, Captain Trek?
Yes, I do.
And how she said you wouldn't even consider it a crime?
Right.
She liked to bang. That was her crime. They never come out and spell that out because it was what, late 90s,
Right.
very late 90s. But yes, her crime was sex. That's what her crime was. And
see, I just came away with it as believing it was wanting to be an individual, because the very brainwashed society, or so it seemed by the one who was very calm, peaceful, blah blah blah, until something set him off.
Yep, and Bionic Belly Button says Nabari mental cleansing. The SJWs would love to get their hands on that. Yes, they were. And oh my good God, Anonymous just tipped $50.
Damn.
That, my friends, is a double skull. Thank you so very much, Anonymous. Skull!
There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
And I'm going to do it again. Skull!
There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
Thank you so much, Anonymous. And they say all the fires stay lit. Thank you so very, very much, Anonymous. Thank you. Guys, thank you so very much for the support. Thank you. Thank you. And Yodam Dark Star Skull times 2. Ryan Johnson Skull. Purple Valkyrie Skull. Keely Chow. Roll Tide Keely Skull. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you so very much, guys. Thank you. You have no idea how much that means to us here. Thank you. Man, that just I don't even know where to go from that.
Wow. I'm amazed. I'm honestly amazed at how giving and supportive people are with this with your show, with everything going on. It's very touching to see.
Thank you, guys. I'll talk about this. I don't talk about this very much, and I know I'm getting like right in the middle of our episode, and we've got a limited amount of time to do this. But when I say you guys keep the lights on, you guys really do keep the lights on. This is how I keep going. This is how this show keeps going. This is how this is pain to keep this going. This isn't like, oh, I'm gonna go and do this, or oh, I'm gonna go. No, that's a bill. That's my water bill, my sewer bill. That is keeping Valhalla hydrated. That is, thank you. Thank you so very much. And Darth Monkey Olath, for $100 skull, I will touch my. Oh, dude.
Please don't let me think of that one.
Thank you. Whoever you are, anonymous, thank you so very, very much. And for the people doing this with me, thank you. For my wrenches, for my co-host 24/7, for Captain Trek, for Mexican Iron Man, everyone involved in this, everyone. Mark the Infinitely Tired. I'm still waiting on the Misadventures of Mexican Iron Man Part 3, so I can read it out on the air to Mexican Iron Man's theme music. Thank you, Anonymous.
Just don't let him on when you do it, or it'll be a 3-hour show.
Oh, because Mexican Iron Man will never shut up. Oh, shit. We give Mexican Iron Man such hell. I know Peter does in the morning when he's like, the brownie. Oh, my Lord. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I love doing this every day, and y'all support means everything. It does. It means everything to me. Thank you. Oh shit, where were we? Durka returned.
Her
crime was sex. That's what it was. It was sex. She was a Trelk. You'll hear that more and more throughout the show. Nabari Trelk. It's like saying Nabari whore. It's just one of those things, and the algorithm just went, yeah, this video's never going anywhere. Oh shit. So,
well, we could tell YouTube to go frel itself.
That's right. YouTube can go frel itself if it doesn't like it. Durka's been mind wiped by the Nabari. The Nabari, like everything pleasant, they're the social justice warriors of Farscape, and she didn't play their game. She wanted to be a wild Nabari. She wanted to be out there exploring and running around. And you'll find out more, obviously, about her. She's going to be with us till the end, dude. She is a permanent cast member. Gigi Edgley, I can never say her last name right. She actually commented on us doing these on Thursday on Twitter. If you go back in my timeline, she actually commented us on us doing this. So did the official Farscape fan site and a couple other Farscape things. Love the fact that we're doing this because, I love this series, and to be able to share this series with people that have never seen it before, I love that. Anyway, they mind wiped Durka, and the leader of this little group, the Nabari leader, is like, oh no, he's a totally different person now. He even talks like an SJW. And they've got Gianna, Chris Persia, Gigi Edgley. And we're going to get to know more about the Nabari. Obviously, you've already learned some in this episode. But Durka doesn't stay mind-wiped. He breaks the Nabari SJW cleansing and becomes his own. Oh, guys, thank you. Thank you, guys, so very much. Thank you. And Trek, we got another one. We've got one. Skull.
There it is. It's beautiful. Take your hat off, boy. That's a dollar bill.
And Anonymous says, good morning from the trenches of the kitchen. Indeed. Thank you so very much. I wonder if I know who that is.
I know who that is. There is no doubt.
Chris Persia, Durka once more becomes Jerka. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you for your $10 tip. Thank you so very much. Durka once more becomes Jerka. Yes. So Durka takes over Moya. and kills the Nabari leader. I can never remember his name. Oh, Jedi Bill. Look what Jedi Bill just brought up.
Let me see. I may have to scroll down and see that.
No, it's right there on the screen.
He's a coward. He is no Jedi.
Are you saying Jedi Bill is a Sith?
Yes, Jedi Bill is a Sith. Jedis keep their word.
Keely Chow, real vampires don't sparkle. And Chef Zilla, that wasn't meant to be anonymous. Thank you so much, Chef.
I damn well knew who it was.
Yeah, I knew it was too. From the trenches of the kitchen. Oh, man. Hey, Chef, if you make some really good Creole food, I would love to get some really good Creole food, dude. I don't know if you do that or not. Ponic Belly Button, he could be a dark Jedi. Samantha Joe, no Twilight. No Twilight.
Wait a minute. You were there supporting it. You came on and you said he should watch it and that you would join in on the party.
So did I. And when Jedi Bill had a problem doing this, you know what I told him? I said, listen, you went online and you said it, but if you don't want to do it, I mean, don't do it. Okay, fine. I'm okay.
But be prepared to pay the
Sith Bill 696. Sith Bill 696.
I like that.
Bill, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. I would suggest though next time you don't.
But you are going to get hell over it.
Yeah, they're going to give you some hell over it, brother. So you're going to have to take your lumps for a little while. But we love you, Bill. And I understand not wanting to watch that. I get that. I'll be respectful to Nina and not talk 9 kinds of shit about that movie on this show. But yeah. So Durka wants to take over Moya, take over the ship, and it's his Leviathan. But guess what? He can't starburst. There's a Nabari ship on the way to meet Moya, and Moya can't starburst. And Moya can't starburst because she's pregnant.
Yep.
And Moya's been having a hell of a time just doing a normal starburst. To jump the gun and do one early, there's no way she can do it. Absolutely no way.
No.
And once Durka finds this out, he is going to kill Moya's baby. We can't have that happening, can we? Not going to happen. So I almost gave the name away to Moya's baby. Durka decides that he's going to kill the baby. He goes to do it. Gianna, Crichton, Dargo, basically everybody's teaming up to take Durka down now. And in the end of this glorious episode, one of my favorites, Durka escapes. And he's out floating in space. Gianna, of course, is now on Moya. And obviously, since I already gave away the fact that Gianna will be there, she's going to become a member of the crew. Now you've got D Fleet Broadcasting. Thank you. I love that. Oh, wow. You are not showing your talons? No. Not yet, because some people don't know what's going to happen. And there are surprises abound.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens in future episodes besides the next one that I watched this week. I don't trust her, the character. True,
and you shouldn't. Shiana's nuts. You know, if there's anyone, okay, you haven't met the Crichton I know yet. The Crichton that you have met so far Well, you do meet him a little bit at the end of the next episode. The Crichton you have met so far is the scientist, the mind, the brain, the friend, John Crichton.
Mm-hmm.
Crichton you will meet later has lost it. You get that at the end of the next episode. You get that a little bit of what's to come. You get a little tease of what's to come in the next episode. But you have not met Crichton until he is lying on the floor, drooling, saying, "Danger, Will Robinson, danger. Beware of the chair. Beware of the chair." That is when it's on. That is when the shit hits the fan, and it is on. And I cannot wait for us to get to that. We are close. Samantha Joe, Chiana is batshit crazy. Yes, she is. She is absolutely batshit crazy. And when she runs into battle and she does her little battle cry, and they're trying to drag her back, you will see she is the crazy one that runs into danger.
Let me ask this: Is this a character that becomes likable, or is it always a?
Yeah, you're gonna love her, dude. I love her. I love Chiana. I do. I love Chiana. I love all of them, dude. I love Crichton. I love Dargo. I love Zan. I love Rigel. Even Rigel, dude, you're gonna be like, there are moments of love, big love for Rigel, where Rigel does something completely outside of his wheelhouse for the crew, and you're like, that little fucker actually does care. So yes, we will be getting to that.
Because at this point, I'm going, I don't know about her.
Yeah, Chiana D Fleet Broadcasting. Chiana makes Dargo look sane.
Yes.
Yeah.
From what I've seen so far, yes.
And we have so many good episodes to come. And this next episode we're going to talk about is one of them, a human reaction. This is a turning point of, wow, okay, there is something with these wormholes. There is something going on with these wormholes. Returning to Earth through a wormhole, Crichton receives an unfriendly welcome but is reunited with his father. Aaron, Dargo, and Rigel arrive to rescue Crichton but receive less than humane treatment. A human reaction. So in the beginning of this, they find a wormhole. And Crichton is standing on the command deck with the crew, and he's looking at this wormhole, and Pilot says there's something on the other side. And Crichton is in shock when he says it's Earth. And you look through the wormhole, down the wormhole, and you can see Earth on the other side of it. And now he has a choice, ladies and gentlemen. Do I stay with this family that has accepted me, that has made me a part of it, that spent months searching for me when I was down on that planet of Zulu War Tribe warriors, or do I go home? And there's no real choice, is there? He's going home.
See, that's the thing. I was left with the feeling of this is like the creature, the pitcher plant that they had in the Voyager episode, where everybody saw what they wanted to see, and to draw them in. Well, of course, the little girl didn't have. There wasn't anything. The ship was her home, so there was no reason to go anywhere else. And that's like, seeing the Earth. I just had this feeling like, nah, this isn't right. Something's off.
Kronos, don't tempt the bull, brother. You will get the horns. And Purple Valkyrie has some horns. Oh, shit. And you're right, dude. You're right. The first time I saw this episode, I was like, what in the hell? what in the hell? Is he going home? Could they do that in the first season? Could they send him home? And Bionic Belly Button, I was shocked he left Aaron. Yeah, he left. He left them all. And says his goodbyes. He jumps in Farscape 1 and he goes home. And as soon as he lands, there is a intercept team that hits him with a tranq dart. He's trying to tell him, "Hey, I'm John Crichton," and bam, they tranq gun him, and he goes down on the beach in Australia. And of course, guys, this was filmed in Australia. It's going to be an Australian beach. And I love, if you have the Blu-rays, listen to the way that he talks in the special features about how unwelcome he was in the beginning in this first season when they would film somewhere and he'd go for lunch at like a tiki bar or something. He was that American. You're that American. And how later on these people treated him like family. And he talked about how he loved the fact that it mirrored the show. He'd be there. They'd film in the off season. So they may look like they're running around in shorts, but this is the off season in Australia. And how he'd go someplace to eat and then bloody American and stupid American, and how he got caught some shit. But once the show was established, it mirrored the way it worked in the show. He was the alien on the show. And while he was in Australia in the beginning, he was the alien, he was the bloody American. And as the show went on, they, as Cap said earlier, they accepted him more and more in the show as John Crichton. And in reality, in Australia, these people came to know who John Crichton was and knew that they were filming that show there and how important that was. How important that was for them. And he became like an adopted son of Australia. It was really cool if you watch the special features and you listen to Ben Browder talk about that. I always found that so very interesting that they accepted him like that, and how that dynamic changed on the show and in real life, how that mirrored each other. So anyway, he gets home. He's in containment. They don't want to let him out of containment. They know that he's got microbes in his brain. They know that he's got the translator microbes. Something's in his brain. And they're worried that he's been changed. And he actually gets to talk to his dad. He gets to see his dad. He gets to talk to his father. And it's touching. It's a touching moment. It really is a touching moment that you're like, wow, he's back. He is back. Or is he? And this is where everything turns sideways.
Oh, yeah.
They let him out of containment, and they're messing with this module. And one of the most telling things is he stops and he turns around. And he's like, to one of the texts, he's like, "Don't I know you?" And he's like, "Oh, we met on the Farscape project. I was here when." Oh, he's like, "Oh, you were with this guy when we were scouting locations for the launch." And he's like, "Yes, sir." And it's like, okay, all right. And he turns back around and he's talking. And then they get an alert, and it's a pod from Moya. They have come looking for their brother. They've come looking for John. And John is able to convince them not to shoot down this pod. It has no weapons. They're just worried about me. They're just worried about me.
Oh, yeah.
And they take them into containment. Rigel is sick. They are very pissed off that they have been locked up. Crichton is trying to keep everybody calm. He is trying to keep everybody calm down. And again, Bionic Belly Button. Oh my gosh, when the crew talks and we can hear the alien way they actually speak. Yes. When you hear Aaron and she's like, and you're like, holy shit, that's the way the Peacekeepers talk. That's the first time. That's the first time you get to hear Aaron or a Peacekeeper talk. We've heard Dargo and Zan in the very first episode, but that's all you hear. That's the first time you hear that. So as this goes on, there you find out that Rigel is extremely sick, extremely ill. Crichton is very worried. The crew is very pissed. And then, boom, Rigel's gone. Rigel the Hynerian is dead. And the crew wants out. And Crichton Crichton, who has been trying to get them free this whole time and fighting with his father, goes to check on them, and he finds a guard in the cell, man down, and Aaron has a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. And suddenly it's a jailbreak. She says, I want to know where they took Dargo. And Crichton doesn't know they even took Dargo. They aren't working with Crichton. And they make a jailbreak and they escape. And his dad has offered to help them. And they escape and get to a safe house. And Crichton and Aaron share the very first moment of compassion between the two. Not only compassion, but passion. They sleep together. They have a moment and they sleep together. And this is one of the, again, not just a turning point for the show, but a turning point in their relationship. So what did you think about that up to this point when Crichton and Aaron sleep together? What did you think?
I was very shocked, actually. Mainly because Crichton didn't surprise me, but I don't think Aaron would. Not with the way she normally acts.
Yeah. Well, peacekeepers obviously have children, so they obviously sleep together. But so far from everything, it seems like, you're right. It's like, well, this is a mandatory thing we have to do, but peacekeepers can develop emotions for people. And you're going to find out more about that too. Once you find out a little bit more about Aaron's background, you're going to go, okay, now that makes sense. And you will very soon. You will very, very soon. There is an explanation coming that makes that scene make total sense. Because I agree. The first time I saw it, I was like, wow, okay, didn't see that coming. You kind of figure that they were going to kind of go in that direction, but you didn't know how. And in a couple of episodes, you'll find out why it was the way it was.
Yeah.
So they are now in a safe house that Crichton's dad set up. He comes. Aaron is pissed. Aaron's got a gun. Aaron wants blood. Don't trust him. Don't open the door. There will be soldiers. There's not. He talks to his dad. They figure some stuff out. They go out on recon when Crichton notices something very odd when he passes a newsstand. Do you remember that? Cap?
Yep. It didn't surprise me in the containment area.
Yeah.
When all the magazines were 7 months old.
All the magazines,
but when they were
in the containment area were 7 months old. I forgot to mention that earlier. Go ahead, brother.
But then when they went to this newsstand and it was exactly the same. What? No, they're not going to be selling 7-month-old magazines
and newspapers. No,
this is screwed up. Something's wrong.
And then realizes he knows who the newspaper salesman is, that when he was 10 years old, he would ride his bike by this guy's house every day. And then he notices another person, and he notices another person, and they're all people he's seen before. Everyone he has seen since he has been back on Earth is someone he has met before. And Crichton loses it. For the very first time in the show, he really loses it, pulls a gun on everybody. He's going to fucking shoot somebody if they get near him because he doesn't know what's real and what's not. He doesn't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
And he runs and he ends up in this bar that he visited and realizes that everyone in the bar he's met before. And the bar is exactly like it was 8 months ago when he was there the first time. Everyone there is the same person that was there when he visited 8 months ago. And he realizes, I never went into the women's bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
When he opens the door, there is an orange energy field in front of the bathroom. They have been studying these aliens that travel through the wormhole and can control the wormholes. And that's the key, isn't it? Control the wormholes. Noticed that on several different occasions, Crichton's module, Farscape 1, has been at the opening of a wormhole. They are looking, these aliens, and the head of these aliens has been impersonating Crichton's father, have been looking for a new home. And we're curious if Earth could be that new home. Obviously, it can't.
Yeah. No.
And I will say this, since you haven't seen the rest of these, and we haven't traveled through that wormhole yet. Something is still missing from this episode. Something is still hidden.
Really?
Yes. Something is still hidden that you have not seen. There is a scene in this episode that was filmed that you have not seen yet. These are badass aliens. Extremely kick-ass. They understand how wormholes work and they can control them. So if they wanted to, they could just pop a wormhole open and send Crichton home. But they have their own prime directive as it is.
Right.
So, was all this just a dream? No. Rigel was there. Dargo was there. Aaron was there. Crichton was there. So it is very easy to think that, okay, the scene with Crichton and Aaron wasn't real. No, the scene with Crichton and Aaron sleeping together was very real. It actually happened. That was really Aaron. Everyone from the ship that is in this episode was actually there. You just saw it happen differently than it actually did. Rigel loves these aliens. He's like, oh, they're feeding me, Crichton. They're feeding me. Oh, I love the food. They were treated well. Rigel didn't die. Dargo wasn't taken. That was all a game to see how Crichton reacted and how humans would treat these aliens. And that's it until we get to a later episode when we find out what actually wasn't shown in this episode. And it's a testament to what they were trying to do on the show that they held back. They held this information back from us. They didn't let us see it yet. But it will be revealed, and I cannot wait until it is. So if you had to drink, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is why I don't watch with you, Loki.
Of course.
No, I would be insane because that'll be significant. And oh, wait a minute, never mind.
So if you had to give these a rank, what would you give them? You had to rank.
Man.
Jeremiah Crichton.
Honestly, yeah, I'd say 5.
5. That's about what I give
Only
Jeremiah.
only because of the significance of seeing that the crew is finally really started bonding.
Yes.
Um,
Durga returns.
ooh, 7.
I would give it a 7, maybe a 7.5. I completely agree. A human reaction.
Oh man, I am so right now. I'd say 7.5 to 8.
I agree. I would give it an 8. I would give it an 8. Guys, next week, and you may even give it a higher ranking later. It's possible when you find out what the significance of this episode. Guys, next week we are going to be doing Through the Looking Glass. Moya performs an emergency starburst that fragments her into different dimensions. A Bug's Life, when a group of peacekeepers from a damaged marauder board Moya, the crew pretend to be a peacekeeper prison vessel. And Nerve. And I'm not even going to read the synopsis for that, just in case anybody has never seen it. Nerve Part 1 is going to be an epic special, because we get to meet someone that will echo through the rest of this show and be one of the best characters I've ever seen. One of the best characters, and not just one. There will be 2, really, in all honesty. I love these 2 characters that are coming up in Nerve Part 1, and we get to see one of the greatest scenes with Crichton in it. Beware of the chair. Beware of the chair. So, guys, thank you so very much for being here with us this morning. Thank you so very much for watching. It means everything. Thank you for the tips and the chats. Thank you for the discussion. Thank you for all the fun we have had. LDG Pixels, hey all. Please join us Sunday the 19th for my 40th birthday stream and bash. We will be having some fun with an open panel. Hell yes, brother. Hell yes. I hope that we are done with our Valhalla meetup that we're having on Sunday, but I would love to be there, dude. I would love to be there. Kronos laughter is the best kind of medicine until you die laughing. Yes, die with a. If I'm gonna go with a smile. Yes. Sit room, have a great day. And Dave G Sound, if you're still out there, dude, happy birthday, brother.
Yes, happy birthday
to Dave G Sound. Happy birthday to you. To you. So, guys, thank you so much. Catch us tonight on 7 Kinds of Mischief, and we will see you guys later. Is there anything you want to throw out, Cap, before we go?
No, there isn't anything I can think of, but thank you all for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button and spread the word, let people know what we're doing.
All right, guys. Until next time, I am Stone Loki. My co-host here is Captain Trek. We will see you guys next week.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.